Women's safety is on my mind all the time. I don't know that it's on every woman's mind as much as it is on mine because of the things that I study, but I do think that they are aware that things are kind of stacked against us. Recently, I've been looking at news articles on women being attacked, and I'm noticing a very common thread, which is that they are not carrying something to defend themselves with. So as you're looking at presents for women this year, consider getting them something that they can defend themselves with. I'm going to show you why it's important, and then I'm going to show you the top 5 non-lethal self-defense weapons available on Amazon.
Cameras were rolling as this 25-year-old woman walks into her apartment building last Thursday night at 11 o'clock, followed by a man. He walks over to the elevator and she to the mailboxes. He then changes course and walks up behind her, police say putting his arm around her neck. A struggle ensued. She kicked him, and police say she screamed, "Stop," and "Help," the man telling her to shut up. The suspect then calmly walks out of the building.
You would never think in your own apartment you would have to fight someone like that.
Also troubling to some of the young women we saw coming and going from the building here, they say they hadn't even heard about this incident.
Which is frustrating. So whether you are just an average woman who's already got the deck stacked against her, or you are one of the women that I normally talk to who is either in an abusive relationship or recently got out of one, who has a stalker, who is in an elevated level of danger. All of these tools are things that you could put in your arsenal, because walking around without any protection is not going to help you at all. All right, let's look at the top 5 self-defense weapons that are non-lethal available on Amazon based on their reviews, what people are saying about them, and how many people have actually bought them. And then we've got, after we get past number 1, I've got a couple of honorable mentions for you also that didn't make the 5 list, but they still seem to be pretty good, and so I want to include them here. Number 5 is called the Streetwise pen. Simple but effective. The Streetwise pain pen. On the surface, it looks like an ordinary pen, so it's easy to carry without drawing attention, but it's actually a stun gun. If someone gets too close, this little tool delivers a powerful shock that can give you the time that you need to get away. Strengths of this product: it's got a discreet and compact design, easy to carry and conceal, effective for close range protection with a strong shock. Weaknesses: shorter reach, so it's best suited for close encounters, and ideally you don't want somebody to get this close to you. It needs to be charged, and it may be limited by battery life. The Streetwise pen is great in situations where you need something subtle but effective. You could keep it in your pocket or in a bag, and nobody would need to even know it was there until you need it. Number 4 is the Atomic Bear Tactical Pen. If you're looking for a tool that blends right into everyday life, this is a great choice. It's a real pen that you can write with, but it's also crafted with aircraft-grade aluminum, so it's strong enough to use for self-defense. Strengths: this is a sturdy, multifunctional tool that is legal to carry almost anywhere and doubles as a glass breaker for emergencies. Weaknesses: requires close contact to be effective and may take some practice to use it effectively for self-defense. You can use it as a striking tool or even a glass breaker. It's one of those tools that can go with you anywhere without raising suspicion. It's subtle but dependable, and that's what makes it so powerful. I will note that I recently flew internationally and I had a pen like this, and it was not accepted in all airports, so I did end up losing it. But in America, I believe you can go pretty much anywhere with it. Other countries, you just need to know what the local laws are, which is true for any of these products. Number 3 is the Saber Red Pepper Gel. Unlike regular pepper spray, the gel formula makes it safer for close quarters or windy situations since it's less likely to blow back into your face. Strengths of this product: reduced risk of blowback, precise and powerful up to 18 feet, which allows you to keep a safe distance. And this has a UV dye for marking attackers so that law enforcement can find them easier later on. Weaknesses: it can be harder to aim than traditional spray and requires a direct hit to be effective. In layman's terms, that means the pepper spray goes everywhere, so it's easier for them to breathe it in, but it's also easier for you to breathe it in. It can be a problem in closed spaces. The pepper gel works if you hit them directly. It doesn't go everywhere else. It's not going to be an issue with enclosed spaces, and you're not going to have to worry about you also getting pepper sprayed. But you have to hit them fairly directly in order for it to be effective. Number 2 is the Sabre red pepper spray. This is one of the most widely trusted self-defense tools, and for good reason. It's compact enough to carry on a keychain or in a purse, but it still has a range of up to 10 feet. Ideally, you don't want people to get closer than that if they're a threat. Strengths. It's compact, easy to carry, fast to deploy, effective for quick self-defense with a proven strong formula. Weaknesses. Spray can blow back in windy conditions, making it harder to use outdoors, but it's also not good for indoors because everybody can be affected by it because it just goes into the air, so to speak. And it requires replacement to ensure freshness. This spray has been used by millions of women for years. It is one of those tools that can go with you anywhere, giving you the peace of mind that if anything were to happen, you would be prepared. It's simple, powerful, and reliable, and essential for any woman, which is why it is number 2 on our list. Number 1 is the Vibertech VTS 989 Sun Gun. You see why I had to read that. This one has more reviews than any of the others, and there's a reason why. It's compact, but incredibly powerful, delivering a high voltage shock to stop an attacker. It also has unique shock plates on the sides, which means that if somebody tries to grab it from you, they're still going to get shocked. Strengths. It's very powerful for its size. It also has the shock plates that I just mentioned for added protection, and a built-in flashlight makes it useful for nighttime, so multifaceted. Weaknesses. It's bulky compared to other stun guns, requiring regular charging, and may not be legal in all states. Any stun gun that you have is going to require regular charging, and any self-defense weapon that you use, period, may or may not be legal in your state, and you need to be aware of what the laws are where you live. For anyone who wants a tool with real stopping power, this is definitely one to look into, and people seem to be pretty happy with it. Honorable mentions. We have the Fox Labs pepper spray. Fox Labs produces some of the hottest pepper sprays available.
So today we're down here in Texas with one of the police academies who's conducting OC certification and exposure training with some of their cadets. Control your breathing.
So I felt like I was suffocating for a second.
This one felt a lot worse. It was a lot quicker. The burn was like full facial burn, pretty much. So the part that strikes me is just how helpless you feel. Like literally nothing makes it go away. Nothing makes it stop.
The Fox Labs pepper spray can be purchased through Amazon as well as foxlabs.com. We have the Streetwise Stun Gun Ring. It allows for discreet carry and quick access. Positioned on the hand, it can be activated swiftly in close contact situations. Weaknesses. Effective only on direct contact, which requires that you are in close proximity to the threat. Very close proximity. Proper use may require some practice to ensure effectiveness under stress, and that is true for any kind of weapon you're going to use. This ring is not available through Amazon. You can get it through StreetwiseSecurityStore.com and the HomeSecuritySuperstore.com. And we have the Everyday Armor t-shirt, designed to look like a regular t-shirt while providing ballistic protection or bullet protection. Now, the Everyday Armor t-shirt is something that I talk about more in depth in the next video, which is the top 5 wearable self-defense products. If you want to learn more about it and the other wearables, and I recommend that you do, check them out in the video on the screen. And until I see you again, please stay safe.